if their teams aren't engaged, if it looks like people that you're leading are simply showing up and doing the bare minimum, if you're not hearing new ideas from your teammates or your workers or whoever you're working with, your clients even, if people aren't sharing their ideas with you and they're just showing up in the minimal amount of time and getting the job done rote and not communicating with other members, there may be a disconnection.
And it's funny that you say that too, because I've had this conversation several times where I said, listen, if you feel like everyone who works for you is an idiot, if everyone who works for you is lazy, the common thread between all of this is you. And I know that's a hard thing, but it is a moment of self-reflection that if you're noticing that your team members are basically just coming and punching a clock and leaving, and you can say like, oh, I just hired all the wrong people. And I've talked to clients where they're like, I think I have to start all over. I need to get rid of everyone and start fresh. And we realized through a little bit of investigation, a little bit of connection that, oh, actually, you do have the right people. Some of them might not be quite in the right position, or there might be some adjustments that need to be made in terms of their role. But overall, like, you've got the right people. You were the problem. Like, you weren't actually taking the time to listen to them, to get to know them. Because I think that sometimes we see team members, employees, staff, whatever you want to call them, whether we do this intentionally or not, we almost see them as like minions, essentially. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, and I don't think anyone's doing that on purpose of like, oh, all my little minions to do all my work. But sometimes we end up treating them that way. So when we're talking about this disconnection, you also mentioned like it can show up with your team members, but it can also show up with your clients, with your contractors. Does it show up somewhere first, or is there somewhere where we're like, oh, if we're seeing it there, like that's a definite red flag, or does it vary depend on the person, the company, et cetera?